Woo! Okay, OBS is open. Now we must go to the YouTube and click go live. Are we live? Not yet, not yet, not yet. Here we go. Looks like, are we there? Are we there? Stream quality, excellent. That's great news. Ducktales, woo! Okay. Looks like we're rocking. Going. Oh, somebody's sad, Vlad. What's happening? Hey, hey, buddy. Okay. I need to. Is everything good? I don't have the. I think we're good. I think we're good. Sad Vlad. Good evening, sir. How is everything looking? I'm not using my microphone that I had been. So how's it sound? And I have never put I'm fancying these streams up here. I got the Ducktales box art under there. Does that look good? From my end, it looks good. How is it looking for you guys? How is it sounding? Mainly retro. Howdy, sir. This theme song will forever live in my brain. That's right. Everything looks good, sounds good, audio's on spot. Awesome. Well then, so I'm using this cheap Logitech webcam that I bought a decade ago. That when I intended to start streaming, that they said this is the best thing to buy for the money. It was like $100 or $90 maybe. This Yeti Ice Blue Snowball, maybe it's not Yeti, but microphone, which was $100 at least itself. That's what I'd been using, but it accidentally came unplugged. So I saw we still had audio, so I figured we'd give it a try. If it sounds good, then I don't need to hook this up anymore. And that's one less thing here on the old gaming desk. We're gonna put this right here. Get this out of the way. Okay. I just got my kid down and cracked open a brewski. The soundtrack to the space level is forever living rent-free in my mind. Congratulations on the kid going down and cracking open that brewski. I am going to have a beverage, but for right now, I'm going to... I hesitate to admit this, but I'm going to crack open a root beer. That's not what I hesitate to admit, but the A&W Zero Sugar. Trying to not be so portly. And I don't really drink that much pop, but I had always hated diet or sugar-free anything. But this A&W Zero Sugar root beer, it is very, very palatable. If you drink a regular one next to it, not the same, but it's not bad. Cheers, YouTube. Yes, Sad Vlad, what are you drinking? And mainly, are you drinking anything? We're going to get started. So, what's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the live stream. We're at the fourth live stream, but 6 days into live streaming. So, I'm going to lay this down for you guys. It is a not popular opinion. I don't like this game. I've never been able to get very far on it, and I just don't like it. I want that to change, so we're going to play it right now. Last year, I was like, I'm beating it. There's something about it. Everybody likes it. I'm probably going to like it more if I put the time in. So last year, I, for the first time ever, beat one board at least, but I got a couple boards into it, and on the Transylvania Haunted board, which I thought was very cool, there was a spot that I got stuck in. I could not get past it. So, as you know, back in the day, Gamer does not look things up. But if we were on your parents' couch back in the day and we were playing this game, passing the controller around, one of us would get past it and we would know how. So that's what I'm operating under today. I know if I just kept slugging at it, I'd figure it out, so it's not like a looking things up, but if I get stuck here, maybe you guys help me. I don't know. So one more sip. Let's check out the chat. I'm a loser doing paperwork. That's not a loser. That's a winner, right? It's Friday night. You're getting shit done. All right. Vlad, I live for root beer. I have grown to really like the Great Value brand root beer. Ooh, that's Walmart, right? Fun story we'll get into. Freak of Four! What's up, buddy? All right. 3 people in here partying now. I've not ever gotten far in this game either. Okay, as I was saying, nor have I. But, who's Lucas Hoffman? You know what? Nobody likes you. Inside joke. But nobody likes him. Oh, my phone's going off too. It's like I'm a cool guy. Okay, Charlie 5, what's up? Get that 8-bit duck going, gamer. Yes, we need to. Okay, so Lucas, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Oh no, we got a little lag there. Nope. Okay. About time I started going live. Yeah, Sunday I finally did. Last weekend I got a hold of one of my buddies, Megadan. He said, help me out, man. He walked me through the things I was stuck at. And now here we are. Oh, no. I'm getting some poor quality warnings here. Damn it. All right, well, we're going to get started. I'm going to play on normal. It can't be that hard, right? I'm just going to start on Amazon, right? Okay, here we go. All right. As I was saying, I don't really like this game. I know that's a massively unpopular opinion, but much like Super Mario 3, I'm just not a huge fan. Super Mario 3 is a far superior game than this one, but I know everybody loves this game. I just don't. I haven't put much time into it. I haven't got very far. I don't like the pogo mechanic. I'm nailing it right now, but sometimes it just doesn't gel. And that makes it extremely difficult. What's the M? What's that do? I don't know. Who cares? All right. I've gotten this far. Oh. It's invincibility. Oh, and it ended. Okay. I know that there's different endings depending on how much cash you have. I'm operating under the assumption I won't even be beating this, so I'm not going to be overly concerned with picking up the diamonds. But if I see a big one, I'm going for it. I'm gold digging. Uh-oh, I don't know the controls good enough here. Can I pop over? I want to get greedy and see. Oh, shit. All right. Maybe we'll just skip it. I don't know. Okay. Not looking impressive there. Sorry, guys. Maybe I go to the top. I'm just trying. Okay, so I don't... Nailed it. Alright. That was just a different colored diamond. I assume that's worth more than the others. But alright. It's got to be painful for you guys to watch because I know everybody's good at this game and they love it. Shit! And I died 45 seconds into it. Okay. Let's see what's happening in the chat real quick. Not a whole lot else. Okay. It's because you're all mad at me. You're all mad at me for sucking so bad. Alright, here we go. My original intent for streaming this evening was going to be Double Dragon. One of my favorites. And for some reason, the game audio would not show up. I'm playing on one of those AVS just to make hooking it up to... Shit! To make hooking it up to the TV easier. I usually play on that. I've got the original consoles. Obviously, we are using the cartridge, but I don't know. It's what I'm playing on. And sometimes it doesn't like to pick up the audio for certain games. Good thing I tested it before I started, because you don't want to sit here, damn it, and hear nothing but me gabbing and the buttons clicking, because I know that the soundtrack on this game is good. I don't love this game, but hey, wait a minute, hold up. But I do like the soundtrack for it, and it already is stuck in my head. Okay, alright, I guess that was worth going up there. Well, shit. Man, this is game over, right? Alright, I'll do better, I promise. The setup looks great. Audio spot on too. Thanks, buddy. As I was saying, I'm just using this cheap webcam, and I did have my fancy microphone hooked up and the other times I streamed. I didn't realize that the cord came unplugged when I moved it, and the audio was still coming in. So I was like, alright, well, I'm going to ask everybody on there if it sounds good, because that's just one less thing I have to hook up from now on. Vlad, it's understandable that this game wouldn't be for everyone, but this is one of my Mount Rushmore rental games at my local video store. Battletoads, Super Mario All-Stars, and Bucky O'Hare. Freak, I cannot play this game for shit. Yeah, I know. It's a tough game. Everybody says this is one of the easiest games. I have problems with it. That was just, chalk that up to being rusty there. I'll do better, I promise. But yeah, I'm just not good at it. But we're gonna give it the old college try, and then I'm gonna get angry and I'm gonna start doing shots, and then it's gonna get piss poor. I really did want to play Double Dragon, and I got to figure out what the deal with the audio is. If it's gonna be a problem, I'm just gonna bust out the old gray box and make that happen super old school. But speaking of Battletoads, one of the things I wanted to mention on the stream today and get some input from you guys. It could be a video topic, but we're here hanging out in the stream. See what you guys have to say. So I streamed Double Dragon, Ghosts and Goblins the other day, and I rocked it. I didn't get through the first loop, but I got real far, and it was probably the best I'd ever done playing. Like the third board, the blue board, which is just super hard. I jammed through it in no time, and I powered through a whole bunch of the boards real fast, and I was super surprised because Ghosts and Goblins is the toughest game I've ever beat, and I know everyone else recognizes its difficulty. How do you guys think it compares to Battletoads? I'm not a big Battletoads fan. I've definitely never beat it. Anytime I talk about Battletoads, I want to point out how Megadan no death ran Battletoads. I mean, I can't even come close to beating it, and he no death ran the game. I can't stop mentioning that. But what do you guys think is the tougher game? Ghosts and Goblins or Battletoads? I obviously give Battletoads the vote because I've never beat it, and I have beat Ghosts and Goblins, and it did take me an extremely long time to power through that. I haven't put nearly as much time into Battletoads because I don't super care for it. I don't think we're going to be playing this game very long. I don't super care for Battletoads. The gameplay isn't smooth and beat-em-uppy enough. I like the graphics. I like the soundtrack. I like the premise. I just don't love it. I may throw it in today just to see. I can get to, well, I mean, getting to the turbo tunnel isn't anything special by any means, but there's a part in the turbo tunnel where it's a bit broken, where you just kind of it's like an island or something that you hop onto, and you're just supposed to boop right off of it, and I'm not able to navigate that part as easily as it should be done. It feels like shit. It feels like you need a ramp, but I believe you don't. And I don't look things up, but Megadan, this part's Always hard. Oh, it wasn't hard. But it was hard to not lose my life at. Shit. But we might throw Battletoads in just to get angry, because I'm already getting angry. Okay. Catching up on the chat. Mainly, in Double Dragon, I never knew you had to enter the cave where the Bobos come from. Yes, sir, you do. Double Dragon's one of my early on games and one of my all-time faves. I can power through it and it's fun to play. I really wanted to live stream that, but next time. Charlie 5, point and click adventures are great for when you're having a drink and streaming. You don't have to worry about reflexes or timing. One night you'll have to try Shadowgate Deja Vu or Uninvited. Yeah, I don't super love those games, but I say that a lot, and then you put more time into a game and you like it. Not saying those games are crappy, but even when you just put more time into a crappy game, you start liking it. Vlad, Battletoads is rough, but not nearly as hard as the Lion King. But Ghosts and Goblins is way harder. I've never beat it. I beat Ghosts and Goblins, never got close on Battletoads, and seeing people play it, some of the later boards just seem mind-bogglingly, frustratingly difficult. But that last run in the second loop of Ghosts and Goblins sure was, and I beat through that. Gremlins 2 is a challenging game on the NES as well, but a great game if you can stick with it. I beat that one. I liked it a lot. I really like the Gremlins on Game Boy. That was a solid game. Tidbit, hey buddy. Hell yeah, I caught the stream. I just had one of those THC-infused social tonics, so this should be fun. I need to get back into the THC. It's been many years. CM Retro, word up. What's up, buddy? I was just watching your last video. I didn't get to comment yet because I still had a few minutes. I don't usually like to comment until get to the end of the video and see it all, but that Game Boy Advance case, the one you have that holds the 32 games, I'm going to click the link in the comments below. I need to pick me up at least 2 of those suckers. Right now I've got a cigar box, and it doesn't fit them exactly, and then they're all piled in behind the cigar box, so I need that one. Lucas, before we go any further, Lucas, you know nobody likes you, right? Do you still have the chocolate bar and the humidifier? I do not. So, I was worried that it was going to go to waste. So when my sister-in-law came and stayed, she gobbled it up. And I almost gobbled some of it up with her, but it didn't. It's still been over 5 years since I've partaken. And I know I say all the time that I gotta start doing that again. Man, I just haven't. And I need to. Freak! I feel since I've played more Ghosts and Goblins than I have a Battletoads, to me Ghosts and Goblins is more difficult. Battletoads to me sadly was a game I was not ever interested in. Yeah, it's just not super smooth when you're playing it. But I'm sure when I get more into it, like I say all the time, that I will get more into it and like it better. Retro, yeah, it's pretty awesome. I super like that. And you showed those before, and I was interested in it, but this time around, since you featured it twice, now I'm super into it. The games fit in there perfectly. I'm glad to hear that. I have this awesome cigar box, and they fit in perfect. There's like this much space on the other side, so they don't. I mean, they can move around. They don't get out of order or anything, get jumbled. But yeah, I'm going for those cases. I'm going to get 2 of them. How much were they off the cuff? What do you remember? I thought you say like $30 or something. All right, I am not liking this game one bit whatsoever. Screw getting the diamonds and shit. I'm not gonna get far enough for it to matter. I mean, even if I beat it and get the poor ending, I would be elated to beat the game. Poor ending or not, I could chalk that up to a win and be happy. So, all right, screw going up there. I'm getting those 2 red diamonds. Just gonna keep jamming here. Pop, 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 pop. I'm not gonna let anything hold me back. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I know watching this must just be painful for some of you because fuck. I know that so many people say that this is an easy game. And everybody's played it a million times because everybody had it back in the day and everybody loved it. I never liked it. I never liked it. My buddy John, who's not into playing old NES anymore, he mentions often that he liked this. This is one of his favorites. Okay, so... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The wife's up. Am I in trouble? Where you going? Oh, the cat's still outside? If he wants to go outside, let him live outside. Babe, Lucas is here on the stream.
Who's Lucas?
Lucas. Duke, the one nobody likes.
Oh, Lucas.
Oh, that Lucas. That's how she knew who I was talking about. Because I said
I'm
the
kidding.
one nobody likes. She said she's kidding. She's not kidding. Is Jillian there? She's probably not.
She's probably working.
She's probably working. She's probably not sitting there watching you sit there watching me play this. I saw her a couple weeks ago. I don't see her that much. She is one of the rare people that does like you. Shit! Alright. I'm looking for suggestions. I mean, what should I put in next? I'm already done with this game. I know that it's just that part is... It's not hard, but that part is always tough for me. If I get past that, that was when it became much less difficult, but I don't care. I'm not having fun playing this, and I want to have fun. That's what I want to do. I want to play video games and hang out with you guys and have fun. Not get pissed and keep saying how I still don't like this game. Is that? I'm going to try and get that. Where's the B? Come on. Is it? It was just a diamond. Alright, screw it. We're out of here. I'm just going to concentrate on not getting hit right here. Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe if I juke that guy and don't fall, that another one won't respawn immediately. Ooh, alright. Alright, alright. Look at me. Getting past the simple part in the beginning of the first board on the game that everyone says is so easy. Alright. Oh, Tidbit, what do you think is the best non-Tetris tangent game on the NES? Okay, Alien Syndrome. I have all of them. Not a huge flex. Tetris is the big baller on that one, but the Tetris is awesome. But Alien Syndrome. I'm looking at them right now. They're right here. You can see them. They're right here. They got that shitty end label that you can't read, so I don't want to just stare at them and you have to look at the back of my head while I do it. But Alien Syndrome's a pretty kick-ass game. I like that a lot. What do you think it is? What do you think's the best non-Tetris tangent game on the NES? I'd recommend Dragon Spirit since it's my favorite on the NES. Okay, we'll get 3 suggestions. We'll pick one. You were first. I like that a lot. Tidbit POW. That's a good suggestion too. I asked you guys for suggestions, so I don't want to be like I don't like that game. I don't like that game. But I'll ignore a game that I will not have fun playing, so you guys just don't have to hear me complain. But so far we got Dragon Spirit, POW. Let's get one more good suggestion and then pick from those 3. Freak, are you a fan of shoot 'em ups? If so, Twin Cobra is fantastic Nintendo game that I really hear people talk about. I have that, and I don't know much about it. So you know what? We might just throw that one in. Player's choice, you choose. I love Alien Syndrome. All right. Mr. Matthews is here, and he suggested Renegade. What up? What up, Mr. Matthews? Lucas, gotta break that 5-year streak soon, yeah, and then celebrate with some Chinese buffet. You know what? When we went to that Chinese buffet, I got really sick afterwards, and it was for sure from the food there. I mean, I'm not like, that place made me sick. You can get sick anywhere. I will definitely go there again. It was probably from the massive amount of MSG I consumed. You guys went there and you didn't get sick, so next time I'll go and just eat as much sushi as I can. What I just said doesn't make any sense that we haven't done that again, because eating sushi is my favorite thing. So yes, let's do that. Text me anytime and let's make it happen. Alpha Nerd's here. What's up, buddy? All right, we're having some fun tonight. Codename Viper. That's a good suggestion as well. I'll probably go Alien Syndrome for the best Tengen game that isn't Tetris as well. Good one. RBI Baseball. I don't love RBI Baseball. I love Baseball Stars. That's the gold standard in NES baseball games. That's coming up on 2 videos that I'm making now too. But man, the chat's going wild. All right. How many people we got in here? 5 current viewers and everybody's chatting. Hey, all right. So, I'm going to play this one more time. I would like to beat the first level, but I'm going to go with, man, shit. All right. Is it going to be Twin Cobra? Is it going to be POW? Or is it going to be Dragon Spirit? Those were the first 3 that I like. You guys vote. I'm going to focus on this first level, and I'm going to let you guys choose, and we're going to count up the votes after I either beat this level or die, which is probably what's going to happen. And we're going to take it from there. And for those of you just joining the chat and you're watching me just do horrible at this, I don't like this game. I'm not good at it, as you can tell. And I'm already frustrated. We're not far into it, and look at me just sucking. Oh, Alpha Nerd's got to be so mad at me because he's so good at every game. And I am just shit in the bed here. That was a little tweak I learned though there. If you juke that guy, then oh well, it doesn't matter when you fall down the damn pit. To make a small excuse for myself, and I don't want to because we all know what excuses are like. I don't even want to say it because it's just an excuse. But the tripod from the webcam is partially blocking the television. And if I move over here, then you can't see me as well. And I know I could just move it around, blah, 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 but it works out well where it is, except for the tripod blocking a bit of the old screen. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. All right, well, this is by far the best I've done so far. What's up, buddy? What's happening?
Can chickens fly?
Can chickens fly? Mm-hmm. No, they cannot. They can flap their wings and kind of glide for a little bit, but no. Chickens are too heavy of a bird to be able to fly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And hey, Mav, why did you want to know if chickens can fly? And he's gone, just like that. The mind of a 5-year-old. Dad, can chickens fly? Oh, yeah. Bye. I was going to have him stop it and say hi, but I guess him finding out if chickens can fly is more important. Okay. I am done with this game. Once again, I don't like Ducktales. I never have, and apparently I never will. It's catching up on the chat here. Alpha Nerd votes POW. He also hates Ducktales, and I also suck at it? I'm surprised. No, Tony. I suck at this game, and it annoys me. I suck at this game, and it annoys me. High five, buddy. Linda the Gamer Gal, hey, hey. Charlie, what up? Ben forever, isn't it? That depends on what you're referring to. Freak, he chooses Dragon Spirit, so I don't know much about that game. Linda, Charlie. He only likes DuckTales 2. I have DuckTales 2. Yeah, I do. which doesn't make sense because I don't like DuckTales 1. DuckTales 2 is less popular and way more expensive, but I was at, that was when I was in Philly, I believe, at Too Many Games. I was just pissing money away. We bundled a bunch of games, and that one came in there, so I got it for a better deal, but it was expensive. I played it for about 5 minutes once, and that's it. I only assume that I will like it less than this, but Lucas, cows can swim. Googled that at about 3 a.m. when my brain decided it was curious while trying to sleep. I like that. Fun fact. Cool. Another fun fact. Unless I'm mistaken, Angry Baby just got from Grandma a duck-billed platypus stuffed animal pillow thing, and I said, fun fact. It's, unless I'm mistaken, it's the only mammal that lays eggs, and they also are poisonous. They have, it's like either their butt, I think they have like a little claw that has some poison in it. Woodman! Hey buddy, back in the house again. All right. DuckTales 2 is better than DuckTales 1. Cool. All right. Hot take, Dracula 2. DuckTales 2 is much better than DuckTales 1. All right. And DuckTales 1 is also overrated. Agreed. Okay, well, I was already sidetracked, but we're going Dragon Spirit. We're going Dragon Spirit. Where are we at here? Okay, you're gonna have to look at my butt. Look at my butt. Killing this for a minute. Boom. DuckTales out. Dragon Spirit in. Drop the controller. Picking it up. Does it work right off the bat? It does. Okay, well, we're going to leave the DuckTales box art on there because I don't want to have to go through that and change it, and you don't want to see it either. Well, that was an epic DuckTales fail. Okay. 11 current viewers. So, I thought that all these people that I watch on YouTube and whatnot would be out doing something fun on a Friday night. But apparently, everybody who likes YouTube and old Nintendo do the same thing I do on a Friday night. Did anyone do anything fun this week? Anything of note? Dragon Spirit is what we're going with. So, said in the chat there, don't know if you're into shooters, but go Dragon Spirit. So, I've said many times over the years that I'm not really into shooters. And I'm not super into them. But the more I play them, just trying to beat every NES game and whatnot, the more I play them, I forget what, ooh, I'm not going to get any more power-ups because this is what I want. I think you can get 3 heads. Oh, as I say, I'm not going to get any more. On every different color dragon, you might not be able to get 3 heads. It's been a while since I played this, but I have played through it. But I'm extra satisfied with what's happening here, so we're just gonna stick with it. But the more I play shooters, I don't know if I'm just playing the right ones, or I should have liked... Oh, you can hold the button down, and it's turbo. Fantastic. I don't know if it's just I never gave them a chance before, or I'm playing the right ones, but the more shooters I play, I'm liking every one. And I just played through, a couple of months ago, Phelios on the Sega Genesis, and holy shit. Oh yeah, this game's got this weird thing where you play that first board and then it goes back and something with whatever happens in that first initial board determines what happens next. That's neither here nor there, but Phelios on the Sega Genesis, not only, I mean, it was massively difficult, but I had so much fun playing it. It just made me want to get more into shooters, but if you haven't played Phelios on the Genesis, holy shit. It's like a Greek mythology themed shooter. I mean, everything about it, the controls, the sound, the graphics, especially the bosses, where I'm a boss battle guy. There was some super fantastic ones. The game was ultra hard as hell, and like many shooters, at first when you play it, you super suck, and then you know what I mean, like I couldn't beat the first board for a while, and then the more I played it, the better I got, and then I could get like pretty damn far in the game without even dying. But you figure out patterns and shit like that. But the final boss was awesome. It was super impressive. The sprite is like huge. It's got a couple different forms. Like I was a big fan of the final boss on Phelios, and a big fan of everything in that whole damn game. And I look forward already to doing my games I beat in 2026 video, so I can ramble on about that, because it was one kick-ass game. This is a kick-ass game too. It reminds me a lot of Phelios because it's a top-down vertical shooter, but it's not nearly as good as Phelios. But I mean, that's a comparing. Well, you can't say it's comparing to apples to oranges, because that's the wrong saying. You're comparing 8-bit to 16-bit. Obviously, just because it's 16-bit doesn't mean it's better than 8, but in this instance, it's a hell of a lot better. But I keep forgetting you can hold the button down. Nice. But yeah, this game is pretty awesome. It was fairly difficult to complete, but not nearly as difficult as, triple shot, as Phelios. But I don't replay games a lot because I have so many damn games, and I'm OCD, and I want to beat them all, and na. But I for sure see myself replaying Phelios. It was just fun, pick up and play. It's a shooter, so shooters pick up and play. And obviously, not being super versed in shooters, but when you from the ones I've played, when you stay powered up, you kick ass. But when you get hit, you power down, then you're screwed. That seems to be the theme in virtually every, as I say that, virtually every shooter. But so you got hit there, and I went from triple shot to double shot. Took them out fast. I imagine if I had single shot, that would have been a lot more difficult. Did pause work? All right. I'm going to wait till the next board starts here. What's this riveting storyline have to say? I'm a maid of Arlia. I was caught by the monster of darkness. All in caps. My friends are also prisoners. This is a painfully slow text. They will be helpful to you if they turn up. That was what you had to say? Area 2 volcano. All right, let's catch up on the chat here. We got anything good going on? Bro, where have you been? Says Charlie. I think he's talking to Woodman. It's been like forever since I... Whoa, okay. It's been like forever since I last ever participated in one of these weekly or monthly retro challenges. Oh, no audio. Who says no audio? Oh, shit. You're right. And that's what was happening with Double Dragon. Sometimes... Shit, sorry. Sometimes I'm playing on AVS and it's not picking up audio. Man. Either the game audio is low or there isn't any. Oh, man. There isn't any at all. Should play Musha on Sega Genesis. Never played that one yet. And we all know how expensive it is. Woodman, Ducktales is all about the cane, man. And I'm still trying to beat Frankenstein Hunchback fight in Castlevania with no power-ups. You've been a week into bitching about that already. All I do is play the same games. I was asking you back in the day, gamer. Oh. It's been like forever since I ever participated in one of those weekly or monthly retro challenges. Yes, we stopped doing those a long time ago. But now that I'm streaming, I got a suggestion from a friend of the channel, a viewer, and I can't remember exactly what it was. But we had a chat going. I saved it. Now that I'm streaming, I think I'm going to put something together. And you just reminded me again. No, I didn't forget, but damn, we got to switch the game because you don't want to hear no audio. If so, we'd be playing Double Dragon because that was the problem with that. Okay, what were some of the other suggestions? Twin Cobra, that was one of them. I know virtually nothing about that one, so let's find that guy and toss it in. Twin Eagle, yes, no, it was Twin Cobra. It's Twin Cobra, and here it is. Let's toss that in. Hopefully, we get the audio on that. Yeah, sorry about that. Good thing I checked the chat. Sometimes on the AVS, the damn audio, game audio, doesn't pick up. And that was the case again. Like I said, I wanted to play Double Dragon, but I wasn't getting any audio, and I tested it before. So I went with Ducktales. I'm not changing the Ducktales cover art there. Oh, we got game audio, folks. We've got game audio. Oh, I got a little notification that the audio quality is poor. Oh, well, this isn't one of those shooters where you can hold down the button and have a turbo. That's unfortunate. This immediately reminds me of a game I love, Tiger Heli. One thing I don't like about this game right off the bat is that the screen is larger than one screen. You know what I'm saying? You go a little more this way, a little more that way. I don't like that on my shooters. I like you to be able to see the whole screen. Drop the controller! The whole screen at once. It's not a game breaker by any means. We're still playing it. I just hate missing things in a game. Like when I'm playing a game, I have to make sure I don't want to say I'm a completionist, but like I don't ever want to miss anything. It's not the end of the world if I do, but it bothers me. So now I have to like keep going from end to end, but I'm just gonna stop doing that. I'm just gonna go up the gut, straight up the gut. I do like this power up, how it gets extra wide. I like that. What's that? Oh, and as I say that, and I get this one, it sucks. Is there a bomb in this? Oh, I should have waited. Yes, there is. This is exactly like Tiger Heli. It is a bit of an upgrade. It's still 8-bit, but this is a bit of an upgrade. Who out there likes Tiger Heli? I know it's not a fantastic game, but when I was a youngster back in the day, and we will touch on this in videos, and you'll hear me yammer on about it over and over in the chat, or in the streams, but there was a Quickie Mart right by my house. It was called In-N-Out, and I know geographically everybody's Quickie Marts are different. I don't know if anybody else had an In-N-Out. I don't know if there's any In-N-Outs around anymore. Anyways, rambling, and I haven't been drinking yet. It was In-N-Out, and they, this would be late 80s. Yeah, late 80s. They always had one arcade cabinet, and when they had it, it stuck there for a while, and that was the game that you played, because there was only one Quickie Mart that I was allowed to walk to at a younger age. And so, you know, you got $1, you got a handful of quarters, went and pumped them in this sucker. And Tiger Heli was one of the first, if not the first, that I can recall. And the arcade version is massively superior to the NES port, obviously, but pump some quarters in that. I can even remember sitting in class and drawing out the game. Yeah, this is exactly like Tiger Heli. You're a helicopter. At the end of the board you land, and the beginning of the board you take off. I guess it couldn't really, if it's a helicopter shooter on the NES, it really has to have those features. But yeah, it's a bit of a graphical upgrade, and a bit of an upgrade all around, I am saying I prefer Tiger Heli because that's the one I grew up with. But Tiger Heli on the NES is super cheap. It's a bit crappy, but it is a fun play. Unfortunately, it's one of those games that there's no end, it just loops. I hate that. But if you are familiar with Tiger Heli, which I'm sure many of you are, and man, wow, this is so similar to it. Drop a bomb so I don't get screwed. The hovercraft was one of my favorite. It's really a mini boss battle, but the double hovercraft board. Who remembers that, huh? Oof, that was brutal. Is this pause? You can pause it. All right, let's take a look at the old chat here. We got a lot going on. Very chatty today. All right, that's what we're here for. Woodman, Castlevania. All right, talk about the hardest shooter on NES. Which one has been the hardest? I'm spacing out. I don't have a quick answer to that. I don't. Oh, well, there's many that I haven't completed because, as I said, I was never really into them before. But one that I was always into, and it's totally not my genre. One, it's shooter, and two, it's sci-fi. And as Back in the Day Gamer says all the time, I am swords and sorcery all day, not sci-fi. But it doesn't mean I completely dislike them. But I'm always a fan of the Dungeons and Dragons over the Star Wars. But Zanuck, buddy that lived right across the street, Brian, grew up with him, did the majority of my Nintendo playing back in the day at his house down in his parents' basement. He had that, and that was one we'd play all the time. A couple years ago, I powered through that. That was a damn hard game. Anybody here beat Zanuck on the NES? Ooh, damn hard. Woodman still talking about Castlevania. No power-up, starting whip. Star Force. Okay, I've not put much time into that because that's a shooter and it's sci-fi. But I am bound and determined to collect and beat every game on the NES. And currently, I am playing. Once I beat it, it will be the 100th game that I beat on the NES. It's a game I have beat back in the day, but I don't count that towards the beating. I only count beating a game when I started keeping track, which was about 10 years ago or so. And I can't tell you what game that is because I'm doing a video on that, and it's also going to be in my NES top 10, and it is the last NES hidden. There's 2 NES hidden gems that no one talks about, and they are top tier games that no one talks about on the, and you can't talk about hidden gems on the NES because there are none. There are 2. There are 2, and no one talks about them. They're fantastic, and I'm not going to tell you because you have to wait to find out. But that's all we're going to say about that. But Star Force, I got to remember that. Audio's good now. All right. Ever play the Guardian Legend? So I have. I've only gotten, I believe the first board's a shooter and the second board's like adventure, action adventure. I do not super care for that game. You definitely need to know a bit what's going on in that one. So I know everybody talks about it, and I do want to put more in there. It's up on my list because generally when people blow up that they think it's a great game and they're right. And so I want to play great games. Charlie, I'm more into Zanuck actually. I probably started talking about that before I read this, but tidbit, there's a Famicom game that I don't believe ever came out in the NES called Tetristar. It's badass, like an 8-bit version of Star Fox. I'm going to write that down right now. You guys ever see those, I don't watch, I'm not on TikTok at all because I had to erase that because I was going down the rabbit hole wasting time. But I think it's just shorts on Facebook. But the guy's like, write that down. And it's like super ghetto gangster dudes like talking slang and you can't understand them and doing dumb shit. He's like, write that down. And he like translates what they say. I think that guy's hilarious. Probably all know who he is. I need a piece of paper. I got a piece of paper. Okay. What would Star Force? Gotta remember to put that. Star Force on the NES, and then Famicom. Says, how exciting is it for you to watch me write down notes? TetraStar. TetraStar. Cool. I am into Famicom. If you Famicom very much, you notice that some of the games just have crazy shit in them. Like that penguin game where you eat and get fat and just all kinds of shit. And I call it Fama Crazy. I have done some videos on some Fama Crazy stuff and some Famicom games. The Goonies game on Famicom is way better than the Goonies one we got. And I'm bound and determined to play through it. And I played through it, but if you don't save all the kids on every board, you don't get the ending and you start over. That's where I got, and I was pissed. So I put it down for a little while, but I'm going to beat that one this year. But yeah, Famicom games, you get them on the cheap too. Charlie says, best mop on the system. So far, I agree. Oh, I scrolled too fast. Jimbo Anderson Dodge. Hey, buddy. Oh yeah, you got the Mad Hatter thumbnail. I see you in the comments a lot. Howdy, sir. I don't remember Ducktale. Like, I do have a mistake in the game, and I hate Ducktales. We were playing Ducktales earlier. I got frustrated. So, Abadox is hard as hell. Balls in the shooter. Yes. That's the one where you get inside the alien's body. I like that one. William, hey. Hey, I beat it about 3 months ago. It was awesome. That makes you feel great when you kick ass on a game like that. Which one were you talking about, William? Sorry, I wasn't caught up on the chat. But yes, when you beat a hard game, it does feel kick ass. Jimbo, yes, he started playing DuckTales and Switch games, but he saw new stream and didn't want to mess with it. Yeah, you don't want to see me surf through thumbnails and change it. Yeah, sorry. And I've bitched about that on other people's streams before. Hey, why are you doing that? Well, I'm getting a bit of my own medicine. I check a walkthrough and I found out I don't look things up ever. I'm not against it. I'm just a stubborn old man, and I want to beat the games. Like, I'm not like, you have to play the original game on original cartridges. I don't care what you do. This is America. If I don't like something you do, if it doesn't affect me, go for it. Rock on. I just don't look things up. I'm a stubborn old man. I like to play the old games how we played them back in the day. Back in the day, there was no internet. You couldn't look things up. You had to tough through them. And to be honest, the actual reason is I've wasted so much time backtracking and replaying things, and I've been stubborn all these years. If I started looking things up now, it would truly have been a complete waste of wasting all that time. So I don't do it, but but yeah, that's where I am on that. But man, so many times I want to consult a walkthrough or something, and that's just we'll glaze over that because you don't want to hear me rant. Okay, this is a goofy game and it's a lot of fun. The penguin game you were talking about, yeah, I can't think of the name, but it was cheap and it's a fun game too. It's cool, but yeah, it's like pretty weird. It's just like the more you eat, you get fat, and it's like they make fun of you for being fat, and you have to, like, the point of the game, or like, is to get your girlfriend. She dumps you, so you have to get like skinny, and you call her on the phone, and if you're fat, she like doesn't like you. Like, it was like, that would not happen in America. Fama crazy, baby. Okay. I actually speed ran Zanuck on the NES, and I'm still the sole world record holder for a long time. Nice. Wow. Congrats on that. That's a kick-ass game. I like it a lot. Number 7. Power Up 7. That's what I remember being the one I liked the most. Retro. I buy a lot of Super Famicom games because they're cheaper than the North American ones. Yes, and I have a bunch of them too, and I forget and I never play them. I've got some bangers that I got a long time ago that are supposed to be great games and actually end up being super expensive now. Not that that matters because I would never sell them, but that violin game. You're a violin player. Remember, I need to get back into that because that was a cool game. Jimbo. I love that dude. I follow plenty of YouTuber, but it's one of my favorite one here. And it's small, and we felt feel more like family and big YouTube channels. And we're like friends here. Yeah, I like. I mean, I do watch a few bigger ones. I love AVGN. I know people shit on the Angry Video Game Nerd. I love him, but I like watching smaller channels. I like to watch smaller channels. I like to interact with the people. Yeah, there aren't. I don't know. Are there a lot of bigger channels that focus on the retro stuff? Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if that's cool. I don't know what's cool. I don't care. Tidbit. I learned about that Fat Penguin game from my channel. Hey, thanks, man. That's hilarious. Xanax. I think I watch most of his video. I love AVGN. If that's what you're talking about. The new AVGN where he's with Scott the Waz or whatever. That was super funny. I like how in the beginning they start off where he's just like talking down to him and he's like there to clean his room and stuff. That was awesome. But I might check out Scott the Waz because he was just genuinely funny, and I liked watching. So I might check out what he's about. He must be big if he was on AVGNs. Vlad, I will emulate on occasion, but I prefer physical games by far. But I like to use the Retron 5 for save states, so I don't use original hardware. Once again, if you want to emulate or whatever, that's cool. I totally could care less. I like to collect games. I collect them. I like to play the ones I have. And I have so many games that I've never played. I will never have to emulate a game because there'll always be something to play. Even once I beat all these, there's a lot that I'll be more than happy to replay. Retron 5. I want to touch on that. I had like 5 Retron 5s. They all broke. I loved it. It was so great. It's so convenient. All the slots, all the controller ports, they all broke. And there is Hyperkin, their customer service. They just totally gave me the big FU every time. I would call and they were like, we were out of town because we were in Japan for like, I don't care. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, I bought 5 of them. I also bought them for my nephews, and like, they all broke. Those things are pieces of shit. Fuck Hyperkin and their Retron 5s. But I really liked them because it was super convenient and all that. But I use a Retro Freak and I love it. I did have one breakout, not the whole thing. Something broke on one, so I got another. The NES slot, which is actually, it's a Famicom port and you have to buy the NES adapter because they're from Japan. It broke on this one too, but I used the shit out of it. You could probably change the pins, whatever. That's why I have my AVS right next to it. So, but Retro Freak, I like it better. It's not as convenient. You have to buy a controller adapter, and it doesn't have all the ports on it. But I like it better by far, for many reasons. But Retro Freak, Jimbo, I love his energy. It's weird. He don't have more views. You are excellent, dude. Wait, are you talking about me? I do have. Well, thank you very much. This energy. This is just me. I don't have any. Haven't had any sugar. Haven't had any drinks yet. But I'm drinking the 0 sugar root beer. There's no caffeine in that either. But I am having a ton of fun on this. So it's giving me more energy because for a decade I've wanted to live stream, and now I'm a week into being able to do it, and I'm super excited. Thanks a lot, guys. But the Retron is technically emulation. Yeah, right. But I'm using the original hardware or the actual game, and like I said, I don't care. I'm not like such a purist, but I just like to have the games. I like to have them. If I didn't like to have them, I would probably emulate. I've got multi-carts that have games on them, and I've played some of the like I've played Little Samson on that just briefly. I forget I even have it. Um, but yeah, I mean, nothing against anybody that emulates. It's stupid to pay so much money for these things that will eventually probably break, and it's really stupid. I just like doing it. I'm a bitter, stubborn old man. Charlie, Weapon 7 for the win. Hell yeah, buddy. Zanak. It's been a long time since I played it, but yeah, Weapon 7. I gotta catch up on the chat here. Shit. I'm bombing. There's a lot of people talking. That's awesome. Charlie, so far I only have an EverDrive as well as an AV Famicom for basically my speedrunning needs. AVGN was a sweet guy when I met him at Too Many Games. I want to meet him. I've been at the conventions when he was at, and the line was so damn long, but I want him to actually punch me in the stomach, and I want to take a picture of that, and I want to post it. I want to hang that, frame it and hang it. I want to do that super, super bad. Too Many Games, that's where we hung out at, isn't it? Wasn't it you and I and other people where we hung out at Too Many Games? Did we hop in your car and go to the after party somewhere? We'll catch up. He's been involved in quite a few Sin Massacre videos in the past. I didn't know that. Cool. I'm gonna check out Scott the Woz. Jimbo, I love when people know what they're talking about. After a while, are searching people, professional, learn more. Well, if I do know one thing, it's the NES. Including the infamous Nintendo Campus Challenge. I have not got into that. I like doing challenges. They're fun, but I get like so nitpicky that it becomes like a job, and I just want to get everything perfect. And that's why I don't care to speed run or no death run things, because it turns into more work than. And I want it to be fun. I want to play video games for fun. I have plenty of work and stress. I don't want to add that on, but that's what YouTube and speedrunning does. But I love it. I love doing this. So, he's got a lot of knowledge about the game. Man, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm yamming too much. I don't like them because the audio aren't accurate. Jimbo, it's why I subscribe fast when I saw him the first time. It's unique energy too. That's why I invested in AV Famicom HVC 101. Generally wish I could talk as much as you do. Oh, I think I need to stop talking as much. Tidbit. I don't think I'll ever switch from original NES controllers, but do you like any third-party ones for the Nintendo? All I use is the dog bone. I've got, when I've bought some Hyperkin stuff, I actually have, I bought that Miami Vice colored NES one, just because I was like, oh, hey, that looks sweet, and it did look sweet. I ended up selling it because it was a shitty thing, but I kept the controller because it had a cool feel to it. It's got a little but I noticed when it won't work on the AVS, or maybe it won't work on the Retron. It won't work on some aftermarkets, so I still have it. But I never even had a dog bone or used one, but one year for like my birthday or something, the wife, who didn't and doesn't know shit about NES and doesn't know how these are like the top of the line, bought me a couple of them, and it was like blown away, because it was just like, I can never buy her a gift that's cool. Is that cool? Because I mean, like, I don't know what she likes really. Fucking. So like, I mean, if you're into NES, like, this is it. And I just wasn't going to spend the money. I've got the original ones, loved them just fine. Never used one of these, never knew how awesome it was. But, I mean, this is all I use now. And, I mean, for, like, at least 5 years, I've been using the shit out of this single one. And it appears to have absolutely no wear, aside from the ART on the start button. That's wearing out a little bit, but it works beautifully, and I fucking love these. I have a drawer full of controllers. I don't know anything about the third-party ones aside from, like I said, that Nintendo one. But I don't ever want to use anything else. And yeah, the AVS isn't actually original hardware. Right, right. I've got the old toasters, baby. I have those, but this is just easier to hook up to the flat screens, and it just works more reliable. Technically, my recommendation isn't actually third party, but I recommend that Dogbone controller HVC 101. Not sure what that is, but I intend for these two bad boys to last me the rest of my life. Always can choose collecting over emulation. Most of the games I emulate are ones I already own. Collecting is especially nice when you grew up with hardly any games. Yeah, I didn't have hardly any games because that was all I wanted was Nintendo. So I would save money and go get those games, and I would never really sell or trade games. So I've always had a fair amount of games. I mean, I've always collected them. I'm some kind of YouTube addict, and nowhere's the skill. I must beat some record in years of watching video here, and when I saw you love it, instantly the energy, knowledge, I saw a passion. Yeah, I mean, I don't even like to say NES. I just like to say Nintendo because back in the day when it came out, it was Nintendo. That's what it was. Um, I just I love. I've always loved it. From the second I saw it, it's it's what I like to do. It's what I mean. I enjoy other game systems and whatnot, but it's like out of everything I have, I play this probably 90% of the time. Makes you feel like you've come up in life. Oh man, I'm sorry. I gotta catch up. I gotta play some more games. You want to see me play, not talk. Yes, we did hang out a bit at the after party. We started drinking at the convention, day drinking. No, that you must be mistaken. That wasn't me. Team Bones. I like drinking too. Yes. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. I'm gonna do a shot. Yeah, the Dogbone controller, the HVC 102 controller for the top loader. I'm not sure what controller that is, but maybe if it's so good, maybe I should buy it just so I can make sure these suckers, I could hang them up on the wall. Because other than them being so awesome, what a great gift from my wife. I like the original Dog Bones too. They're the best. They're super pricey. I never had used one, and I never knew how awesome they were until I used them. It's a blessing to be with you guys. Hey, thanks. I am having a ton of fun, and you guys tuning in here is awesome. You know, I say in the videos, like, I love you guys watching and commenting, and I do. And like now it's even better. I want to live stream every day. I've had myself. I'm like when I get home, I want to live stream. I'm like, no, can't live stream every day. Can't do it. People hated the dog bones just because A and B are slanted. Yeah, I mean now it's just the way to be. Well, they're only slightly slanted. Yeah, I mean, and now you mention it, I never really paid attention. But yeah, doesn't actually affect much of the pressing. When I play, it was a while ago, I got the Contra collection on Switch, and I was playing it on those controllers, and it's like, I mean, I can blow through Contra, like, not literally with my eyes closed, but just blow through it. Playing it on a controller that isn't an NES controller was way harder, and I don't like it at all. Jimbo, we love things nobody seemed to care, and when we see people love the same thing, it's a great thing. Not much people know about these old games, so we can talk about it. Man, I love the old games. Freak, Megadan introduced me to the Dogbone controller, and once he did, that's how I play all my games now. Yeah, it's just this one controller is the one I always use. I rarely play modern games, nor do I, except with the boy, playing, spending time with him. He loves Switch, so we play all kinds of Mario stuff. But other than that, I don't play hardly anything modern. If you check the back of the bone, you'll see the info on that controller. Mine is the NES 039. What's that mean? I don't know. Which should say HVC on there. Oh, it doesn't. So did my wife buy me some jank ones? No. Yeah, no, mine says model NES 039. Yeah, I'd show you, but you can't see it. Which should say I prefer old games too. Hell yeah. Gentlemen, ladies, if any of you are ladies out there, I don't think so, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to leave anyone out. I'm just gonna do a half shot, okay? Because start doing shots, then I'll really start rambling, then I won't be doing good. Not that it's about doing good, it's about having fun. Cheers, YouTube! This is my first ever live stream shot. We are making history, folks. Cheers! Nostrovia! Ah. All right. Oh, this is the U.S. version. Fantastic. Get a drink and then go back to playing or watching. The one I have is the Japan version. Cool. Well, this one's real. Excellent. Everybody, if you're drinking, pour yourselves a drink. Do a shot. Get back to Twin Cobra here. That's what we're playing via the chat suggestion. I apologize that the Ducktales box art is still up there. I just started streaming and I thought Sunday was the first day I streamed. This is my 4th stream ever. I thought I could get fancy and put that up there, which I can and did. It wasn't hard at all. But when I decided to stop playing Ducktales, I didn't take that into consideration. So the next stream I do, I will think about a few of the other games I may play, and not doing good, folks. And I will, I'll get the box art for that too. Continue, credits 6. Okay, well, this was once if you're new to the stream and didn't catch it, I was playing Ducktales, don't like it, thought I would try and power through it, had absolutely no fun, hated it, couldn't beat the first board, so jumped over here to a viewer suggestion, and Twin Cobra was the one, and we're doing it, and I like it. If you are a longtime player of this, you're probably way better at it, and you're watching me shit the bed, thinking what the hell's going on, but this is not a game that I've ever played for more than 5 or 10 minutes. I like it. I do like it, and that's another thing about how awesome like YouTube is and whatnot. I'm a big fan of Video Games Monthly. I've been a subscriber for it for years. One of my first YouTube buddies, the first person I ever met from YouTube when I went to my first MGC was Captain Algebra, and he was a longtime preacher of VGM, Video Games Monthly. You gotta do it, you gotta do it. It's a subscription service that each month you get a box sent to you. I kept saying, why the hell would I want anyone to pick out the games for me? For one, I love picking out games, and for two, they don't know what I like. So how the hell, why do I want somebody to buy games for me? Like Hank Hill, like I'm not giving Bobby my chore list. I want to mow the lawn. So, but I don't know. After 2 years of him bitching about it, I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a whirl. And from day one, I was a huge fan. It's like what I didn't take into consideration was it's like you're getting a present every month. You're an adult. You got a job. You got money. Buy your own video games. You have to wait till Christmas or your birthday. Why the hell would I want anybody to do it for me? No, it's like getting a present, even though you pay for it. It's like Christmas once a month. And I immediately loved it, and I've been doing it for years, and I will continue to. But the thing was, like, yeah, you buy your own games, and a lot of times you don't know what that game is. You just bought it because of the cover art, or because it seemed cheap, whatever. But you get games that you never would have bought because you're like, there was games where I've seen it for years, and I was just like, yeah, the box art looks stupid. I doubt I would like that game. Never buy it, and then you get it in your VGM box, and come on, oh shit, oh my god, and then you got it in your box, so now you possess the game, so you start playing it, and it's fun. You're like, holy shit, like, wow, what a great thing. So like this. I've had Twin Cobra here on the shelf for many years. I mean, anytime I get a game, I always play it, not to test it, but to play it. So, I mean, when I got this game, I know I played it, but I have so many games and the backlog's so huge. I probably, there's so many games that I have that I know no shit about and haven't given more than 5 or 10 minutes of play. Well, I super like this game right off the bat. So, another streaming just one-upped my love for YouTube, because now, hey, what game should I play? Suggested this. I'm playing it. I'm loving it. Yeah, as I was saying, this is a lot like Tiger Heli, which I'm a big fan of, and it is for sure an upgrade to the NES Tiger Heli port. And being a big fan of that, I'm a big fan of this. I wish you could hold the button down and it would be turbo, but that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. This is one of those games. So the tripod for my webcam is partially blocking the screen, and it didn't matter too much on I was intending to play Double Dragon, but I couldn't get the audio. It didn't matter too much on Ducktales, but it does matter here on this shooter, because shooters, there's a lot of action going. Man, they super ripped off Tiger Heli. Like these cranes over here, this is just like a lot like Tiger Heli. But they improved on it. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to pick up any more power-ups because this one is awesome. And I don't know if it will take away or if those are just bombs or whatever, but I'm not going to pick any more up unless it looks like it's going to be a life. Those P's, I know, P stars are not anything that will take it away, so I'm not hesitating to grab those. But who else knows about this game? Twin Cobra. Great suggestion. Sorry, I already forgot who suggested it, but I hope this is enjoyable to watch. When I was trying to think of what to stream today, I was going to go with Double Dragon. I said it 10 times already, but the audio wouldn't work. So, that's a bomb, so I'm going to get it. So I went with Ducktales, thinking it was just visually pleasing and it would be a game that people would enjoy because everybody likes that game. But I tried to put some thought into the stream. I never would have picked playing this. I did it because of suggestion, and I'm super glad. But I didn't consider how it might be to watch it. So let's hit pause, take a peek-see at the old chat, and take a sip of my Old Man sugar-free root beer. Okay. Let's take a peek-see here at the chat stir. Where were we? Charlie. But yeah, been using the Dogbone controller since I owned the console back in 2023. Love the Dogbone controller. This is not Grey Goose. It is Tito's. This is actually my wife's bottle of Tito's. I find, knowing the hype and all that, and knowing that really Grey Goose is really more about the about advertising it than it is the vodka, I find Grey Goose to be the best tasting vodka. Despite everything I know about it, I find it to be the best. But it's like triple the price. Triple the price than what I drink. I usually drink Smirnoff. It's a hidden gem. It is, for many years, it was rated #1 vodka, and I always thought it was crap because it just seems like crap. That's bottom shelf shit. And then we did a taste test of Goose, Absolute, and Tito's. And no, Goose, Absolute, and Smirnoff. And I could tell the difference between each one. I don't care for Absolute. It's got that rubbing alcohol taste. I knew Grey Goose was Grey Goose because it was super smooth. I knew Smirnoff was Smirnoff because it wasn't quite as smooth, but it was still good. And for like 1/3 the price of Grey Goose, I just drink Smirnoff, and I always have. I'm a cheap date. But I finished my bottle of Smirnoff the other day, and I haven't gone to the store, and she had some Tito's, and Tito's is just fine with me, for sure. Until the wife wants to have a cocktail, and I drank it all, and there's none for her, and then I get yelled at. I introduced you to Tito's, huh? Huh. I did have a Tito's phase, but Tito's is good. It's good. I'm literally drinking it right now. You should introduce everyone in the chat. Xanac. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. Let's catch up on the chat, and I want to play a little bit more of this, but then we'll hit Xanac, yeah. Freak about my dog bone controller off Amazon by a company called Tommy. Cheap and durable. Never had any issues. 10 to 15 bucks. Captain Algebra is tall. Cool guy. Yeah. So, at the same moment, or nearly the same moment, at that MGC, I met an Musty Hobbit. He doesn't do videos anymore, but I met him and Captain Algebra at the same time. Can't remember who was exactly first, but it was like 5-10 minutes apart. But I got a picture with them, so I was just like, this is awesome. I'm meeting people I know from YouTube, and I got a picture of them, and they're both like the same height, which is like 8 inches taller than I am, so the picture is hilarious. I still have it. If this were a video and not a live stream, I'd put it up right here. Best shmup on the console for me has got to be Gunsmoke. Oh, I love Gunsmoke. I played through that. It would have been really, really great if it wasn't cryptic, where you had to find that shit, like the wanted posters, before you could go to the end bosses, or the boss battles. I hated that part, but if it wasn't for that, that game would be super, super great. But that is a great game. You pair that with an NS Advantage, and it's like peanut butter and chocolate. Glad you love Twin Cobra. I do. I used to play this with my best friend George growing up, and he loved it as well. Yeah, this is a sweet game. Slappy McCallahan. Yeah, Gunsmoke is awesome. Yes, sir. I would have played that had it been in the suggestions, but I'm glad we went with Twin Cobras, because now this is going to creep its way up my backlog. Jimbo, do you think you can beat Might and Magic: Secret of the Inner Sanctum? It seemed to be an excellent game. Is that the one on NES? Because I have that, and I only played it for a few minutes to get game footage when I got it many years ago, and you know, it's just been shelved because I don't think about it, and I never hear anyone talk about that. So is that the Might and Magic game? Might and Magic? Yeah. Is that the one you're referring to? And if so, or if not, let me know. But if so, give me a little bit of encouragement to play that, because above all, I love RPGs, and that is obviously RPG-esque, at least. There's no way that Might and Magic can not be RPG, right? Well, I mean, I don't want to say no way, because of course it could be, but that's an RPG all day. I also want to get into Faria, but I've seen so much about how there's the one level where it's like 99 levels and they always change, and it's just brokenly difficult. So that puts a kibosh to my wanting to get into it. But that, and there's a million games that I know I really, really like that I still have yet to get to, but one day. Currently, so I had a problem for many years about rage quitting games, where I'd get far, or even sometimes to the end, in the case of Darkwing Duck, and then just rage quit and never play the damn game again. And so I was like, you know what? I'm spending too much time on these games and then not beating them, and then you got to go back. So I vowed a few years ago, and I have stuck to my guns, to not rage quit a game. And so when I start a game now, we're playing it. We start a game and we're playing it. So that is a good and bad thing, because for nearly 2 years, not a lot of time, but for over the span of 2 years, I have been trying to complete Dragon Warrior 2, and I am like at the end. I'm at the end castle. You get to the castle, and it is it's a spitting image of the first castle. So apparently, oh damn it! I didn't want to get that power up because that sucked, but I died, so it didn't matter. Apparently, you need to have an item. And when you have that item, it removes the Dragon Lord's illusion of that, so then you can actually play that final board. Well, something's up with it. It's like I got rid of the item that you need, and so I can't do it. And it's at the tricky part of the game where you have to go through something to get back to the other world and blah 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 blah. But I thought that I wouldn't be. I thought I was soft locked because you can't go back. But I was told by a viewer who is well versed in that game that you can go back and get that. So I'm not. Or he just said I'm not screwed. So I figured, okay, so that means you can go back. So I went back to where that item is that I believed I needed, and it does not appear. So I just got frustrated, and I haven't rage quit. I'm still bound and determined, but I'm stuck, and so therefore I haven't beat Dragon Warrior 2. And I know, so I have been led to believe that Dragon Warrior 3 and 4 are far superior, and I believe when I play those, they're going to become some of my most favorite games on the system, because in the short amount of time I have played them, capturing game footage when I got the games, there are, I know in the one of them you have like a 4-character party, which is what you want in an RPG. And I've heard from many people, such as my buddy Tom from Do You Nerd, that I believe it's either Dragon Warrior 3 or 4 is his favorite, and we are similar in things we like. So I feel like that's going to step up for me. But I got to get through 2, and I'm stuck. And if any of you out there know what I'm talking about, I'd be willing to listen, because it's not looking things up. It's like we were hanging out on your parents' couch back in the day and playing it, or you already knew when we were at school talking about it. So if you're well versed in it, you know what I'm saying. If you're not well versed in it, don't look it up and tell me, because I don't want to look things up. That's stubborn like that. But if you know what I'm talking about, maybe drop me just the smallest hint, because I really, really want to put that feather in my cap of beating Dragon Warrior 2 and more. So move on to Dragon Warrior 3 and then 4. And since I'm OCD and can't focus so much on one thing, I also am playing Final Fantasy 3 at the same time, and I am rather far in that one, but I am also stuck. And since I'm stuck and I'm backtracking, it's somewhat boring, so I don't play it that much, just here and there. But when I do, I still have fun with it, and I'm like, man, I gotta persevere, and I gotta beat this. Man, that guy was, I was just gonna say, that guy was tough, and then there's another one? Shit! This is so similar to the double hovercraft and Tiger Holly. We're gonna hit pause, we're gonna catch up on the chat. So, Slappy's in the house, hey. It's my favorite game to watch on YouTube. Shit, I gotta scroll too far. Okay. They're hard games, but excellent too. Did you ever play Final Fantasy on NES? Oh yeah, I have, and I have beat it, and I love it. I love it. It's it has suffered the ravages of time, but yeah, I've beat that one. I love that game, but I don't think I've beat it. It counts as beating it because it was back in the day, and now that I've started logging everything, I'm not sure if I have beat it in that time, but I have definitely beat it. And the end boss is a motherfucker. The old doggone controller, or the ancestor of the Final Fantasy and RPG games. Final Fantasy 1 on S seems to be the best NES game. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that, and I want to get into the actual Final Fantasy 2 and 3 and those. So I know they had them on Game Boy Advance, and I know you can get the whole collection on Switch now, and I really keep an eye on that. Sometimes it goes on sale, and one day when it's really cheap, I will pick that one up. Freak, Tony, you love RPGs on Nintendo. I'm looking for another RPG because for me, Faxanadu is the best one on the Nintendo. I would love to find another RPG that feels similar to it. Faxanadu is one of my favorites. I'm so glad you mentioned that, and I could ramble on about a story about a huge memory back in the day. I spent the night at a buddy's house. We rented that. We were playing it. He fell asleep, and I got the controller all to myself. I stayed up till super, super late at night and beat it while he was sleeping next to me, laying on his living room floor. But I have since, in recent years, beat Faxanadu, and it's awesome. But you have to know this. I can't be telling you anything you don't already know. You're well versed in this, buddy. But I really love Faxanadu, but a step above that, Crystallis. Crystallis is so awesome, and if it weren't for a few spots that are so cryptic, and they're so cryptic, they're broken. And I stumbled. I just made it through them because I just spent so much time on it, backtracking through the entire fucking game, determined not to lose, and just blindly ran into the part that I needed to and got past it. But if it weren't for a couple parts that are just so asininely cryptic and broken, that would be like better than Zelda. Crystallis is, but you already know. You have to know about Crystallis if you know about Faxanadu. But let me know. Mainly, next time I visit my grandmother, I need to meet up with Tom. When I visit my sister, I need to meet up with Tylord. Love meeting people from the tubes. Love meeting people from the tubes. Absolutely. And Freak, if Crystallis doesn't scratch your itch on that, we can go deeper into it. Let me know. Slappy, if I take time off a game and go back to it, I can't remember what I've done or need to do. I usually need to start over. This is true. I have had that problem, and that's why one of the reasons why I try not to. But yeah, that's obvious. But one thing I've noticed since I stopped smoking weed is that weed makes you forget what the fuck you're doing. And yeah, like I've beat way more games now that I haven't smoked. Like when you're smoking weed and you're playing Crystallis, you don't fucking remember who said what. No. Not that sober you remember, but smoking weed definitely affects short-term memory. But yeah, I want to start smoking weed again. I just always loved the way weed tasted. Tidbit. They're a little slow and you need to get them translated, but I love the Fire Emblem games on the Famicom NES. They're great if you're into strategy RPG. Yeah, you know, what I've seen of them, something about it turned me off a little bit. So, I mean, I'm still big time into diving into everything, and especially if it's RPG, but what I've seen of them just turned me off a tad. We gotta go Xanac. We're gonna toss Xanac in. I love this game. Sorry I forget who suggested it, but I'm big time into this. How's that noise? Oh, it's the automatic cat water dish. I'm big time into this game, and it will be a toss in and play for me in the recents for sure. And you get what, 6, 7 continues. I feel like there's no way I won't be beating it with some perseverance. Okay, what did I just say? Xanac. I don't even have to stand up for that because the Z's are right here, and here it is. Oh man. Oh, look it. I picked this up at a convention. It's got a $4 sticker on it. This wasn't all that long. Well, I can't say that for sure, but fuck. Man, this brings me back. Buddy Brian lived across the street from me. He was 4 or 5 years older than me. We lived right across the street, so growing up, we were super buds. We still are. Hardly ever talk to him and see him now. Brian, if you're watching this, what's up, bud? You're not, but he lived across the street. We lived in a small neighborhood, right across the street, 2 or 3 houses over. I mean, I could hit his house with a baseball for sure if the trees weren't in the way. But he was older than me, so he could stay up later. So, you know, I mean, we stayed at my house, parents would be like, you guys got to go to bed. But his parents, they didn't care. We could stay up all night. And, well, we never stayed up all night 'cause we were kids. Couldn't stay up all night, but we would stay up late a lot. All right, Xanax, let's see. We got to make sure we're getting the audio. Well, first we got to make sure it shows up. But I played a lot of games at his house that I probably never would have played if it weren't for him, and Xanax is absolutely one of them. Let me just hit. Oh, we got audio. Nice, okay. Xanax is absolutely one of them. One, I wasn't into shooters, like I said, and two, I was never into sci-fi. And looking at this game, it just, I don't know, it's just, oh no, I never found it super visually pleasing, and I probably just never would have played it if it wasn't for him, but here we are. And I just always loved playing it. It was, him being older than me, he was always better, and I mean, also, you know, he had the games. So, oh, I'm rusty. I haven't played this for a long time. Okay, so. Ooh, 0. Am I? Oh, shit, man. I feel like I lied to you, and I feel like 0 is the power-up I like the most. But, so you got what? B shoots your one shooter that only goes forward, and A shoots this other one that goes in the direction you pointed at. I'm doing fantastic. But if you get multiple of the power-ups, the same one, I'm sucking bad. It makes them even stronger. And I am not doing well. Let's see. So when you get those 3 parts, one of them will always have that little power-up deal. 0. Get the 0. Get the 0. Yes. So what 0 is? This is 0. So it's like default. But if you get it twice, then you get double. Yeah, this was always cool because you can hold it down, and it's auto shooter. But then you've got the 2 weapons at once. If you have, well, whatever. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. So you are the world record holder speedrunner at this? So this one's going to be that. So, another thing I just remembered. So, since one of those 3 is always the power-up, I think if you run into the one when it is, if it's not open, I think, I was going to say, I think it maybe gives you an additional power-up, but no, it might just, ooh, 3 is a good one. It might just, you might not have to shoot it. Oh, so, okay, so that's, you get, it powers up your regular shot to triple when you get enough of those little white power-up dealios. I don't think it can go past that, but let's see. So yeah, so when it was, when it's, if it's, I'm just going to shut up. I'm going to shut up now. See, my power up, whichever one, is stuck up there at the top. This was, I'm going to catch up on some chat here. Let me regain my thoughts. I'm going to stop trying to narrate this game when it's been so long since I played it, and I'm not talking much sense. Freak, unfortunately, Tony Crystalis, I have seen streamed, and it wasn't an interest for me. I wanted to love it. I just didn't. Well, if you didn't love it because you saw someone stream it, you should play it. I mean, I'm not kidding. Crystalis is absolutely in my top 10 NES games. It's like Zelda, but better. And I mean, I love Zelda, but there's a lot of improvements in it that Zelda doesn't have. I don't know what it is that you didn't like about it, but if you just watched it and didn't play it, you should play it. There's no way you play that and not like it. It's better than Faxanadu. which I know is Fazanadu, but I like saying Faxanadu. Whoa! I'm not even going to give you another suggestion. I'm going to say that, man, you have to play Chrysalis. I'm not even going to give you another suggestion. If you play it and you don't like it, I don't know. I just can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. But I see something in here that I do like. Okay. Oh my gosh. When I got towards the end of this game, I thought the bosses were never going to stop coming, but I beat it by the skin of my teeth. Yeah, at the end, it's shit. I think the number 7 boxes is the best, and it gets magnified by the smiley face. Oh, what is it that smiley face? The smiley face is something. So, Tidbit says, saying something that I was going to. The Magic of Scheherazade is a pretty good hidden gem RPG on the Nintendo. Yes, it is. It's a lot like Zelda as well. It's like a cross between Zelda and Final Fantasy. Yeah, it has both real-time combat and turn-based battles. Yeah, Magic of Scheherazade is a fun one, and if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty cheap. I would recommend that. I've never beat that one, but I do want to. Jimbo, if you don't want to clean the pin, you can put your hand on the middle of the cartridge, leaving it a little hole at the end, and breathe on the opposite. It's just humidity. Yeah, who's making the count? Yeah. Well, it started working now, so we're good. But it's just for emergency because they corrode faster. True, and I've heard it, but for the whole life of these games, I've been blown in some of them, and they've lasted this long. I will not be heartbroken if I have to. I mean, I won't be happy, but I wouldn't be heartbroken if I had to rebuy one of these games because I like buying games. Unless it was one of the heavy hitters, then I would be heartbroken. If you want an RPG like Zelda, Willow's a good one. Willow is fantastic. I would highly suggest Willow as well. Absolutely, 100%. See, oh man, I do. Oh, why is 0 doubled now? That's the smiley face thing you were referring to, was it not? No. So those smiley face things, if you know, or no, they're not. Those aren't the smiley face thing. I remember the smiley face thing now. I'm gonna pretend. I should have. Yeah, no, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm going to shut up about this. Yeah, come on. Okay, so you get one of those, and it's the double. The next one will make it triple. Makes sense. I'm going to... Oh, so I guess every time there isn't one in there. Unless, coincidentally, I got hit at the same time. That explodes everything on the screen. Where's that 0? I know 0's coming up. That's what I want. Show me the money. There it is. All right. Yeah, but this is a balls hard game. Once again, it's not like the shoot ups. You get powered up, you rock it, you die, you lose your power ups, you end up eating shit. That goes true for most power ups. What were we talking the other day? Life Force. Somebody suggested that I play Life Force, and I was like, oh yeah. All right, I got another 0. I don't have a lot of Life Force experience. That was a game that I never put much into. And I know that's a staple NES game that like everybody's had, played, beat. But I hadn't put much into that. It needs to be remedied. I have beat since I started tracking in the last decade or so, I have beaten 99 of the beatable NES games. Some of them that you just loop. Give me a 0? No. Oh, there's a 7. I'm going for it. Going for it while I'm invincible. Go, 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 go. I have beat... Yeah, 7 the screen clear. Ass kicker. I have beat... I've considered... like Galaga. Tiger Heli. Like, you don't... There's no end. It just loops. But I flipped it. So, I consider consider those beating. But I'm on the 99. Most of the games are actual beat games. Not a lot of them loop, or not a lot of them that I've beat loop. But I need to start focusing on some of, like, planning it out, and some of the games that, like, are must beats, like Life Force. All right, I'm not doing well here, so I don't know how great this is going to be for you guys to watch. Let's get another suggestion. Let's get another suggestion, because I'm going to start drinking, and then my reflexes are going to be shit, and this is not a drinking shit reflex playing kind of game. Because we're about having fun too, and I want to have fun and have some cocktails. Plus, I can't stay up too late. I got to get up real early. Big day tomorrow. Big day. A lot of stuff going on, so. Man, I'm super bummed that the audio wouldn't pick up the game audio for Double Dragon. Because that, I'm like thinking of what will be fun to play and stream. I don't need fantastic reflexes for that. I thought that was going to be a good one. I apologize. Getting thirsty. Let's get you some chat. Sherazade, if you want. It's just for emergency because they corrode faster. Willow, yeah. Freak of 4. I do own Willow and have yet to play it. Once I get a Retro Freak, I will start rocking some more retro radness. Crystallis, got it, Tony. I will search for that. You will be able to find Crystallis. I promise you, buddy. But if you have Willow, that's your answer right there. Willow is super kick-ass. One of the mechanics I like most about Willow is that when you first get a new sword, it's like too heavy for you. And you need to level up, and then you swing the sword faster. And that's not, I mean, we're talking NES. That was like a hell of a thing to have. Like, a little touch for an NES game. Yeah, but Willow, banging game. Love it. I love Willow is real similar to Crystallis, real similar to Zelda, where you got the your item screen where you switch over, and there's your shields and there's your swords, like that. I love that in a game. And Zelda, Crystallis, Willow. Zelda, well, yeah, obviously, but Crystallis and Willow, it like shows, because in Zelda there's only one shield, and like when you have the sword, I think it just shows the sword you have. But in Willow and Crystallis, it shows like that's the one, that's the one, that's the one. I don't know. I just like seeing all that. I don't know. Call me weird. I'm weird. Yeah. Life Force was Magadan's suggestion. Figures. I made it to the last level before the final boss. I got pretty far on playing it, but that's one of those where people are like, I know Death ran it. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? Well, they never lose their power-ups. Well, obviously, if you never die, you never lose your power-ups, and then you know Death ran it. But a game I've had more fun playing than I thought would be is Marble Madness. Not suggesting it. That's crazy. I was thinking I should play Marble Madness. I don't know why, because I've got, so long story short, like the games that I'm, like playing or plan to play or whatever, I pull out a little bit so they stick out. Magic as Scheherazade is right there, and not far under that's Marble Madness. Fun fact. Paperboy. I love me some Paperboy. I wish the graphics on that were better. If so, it would make me rank that a lot higher. But Paperboy's in my top 20. I put out the 11 to 20, but I still have yet to do the 1 to 10. I have Life Force, but I still need to play it, yeah. Who all like Zelda 2? I didn't care for it. I was a Zelda 1 guy. Yeah, I don't super care for Zelda 2. My buddy across the street, Brian, who had it, we played the shit out of it at his house. But I don't super care for it. I'm a Zelda 1 fan all the way. All right, do this a little bit more, and then we'll switch a game. Somebody just suggest Marble Madness. So the reason Marble Madness is half pulled out to, remind me to play, it was because I played it and got to the really, really far, almost to the very, very end, many times, and it is maddening, frustrating the part. And I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or whatever, but so I don't rage quit games. So I'll have a handful of games where it's like, all right, ooh, can I get that 0? I'm gonna die if I do, so I won't. But so I didn't rage quit it, but I just get the 0, get it. Did I get it? I did. I get the 3. Oh well, this is an ass kicker. This is great for parts like this, but so I'm rambling. So I didn't rage quit, but I just had to quit because I just couldn't do anymore. But so it's on deck to be played more still until I beat it. And I only do that with a handful of games. But some of the games that I have pulled out are like, okay, this is a great game, and I really do need to play it. And that's Magic as Scheherazade. It wasn't like a rage quit or anything on that. It was just one I haven't played in a long, long time. It's like, you know what? Once I do beat another one and I'm not backlogged on playing several RPGs at once, that one's up there. I really, really want to get into that one because it's Zelda-esque and whoa. Oh man, now we're getting to the part where we need some power-ups, so we're going to be eating shit sandwiches. But yeah, long ramble short, you need to get yourself Crystallis, but you have Willow, so you should be playing Willow. Yeah. Willow was always one since back in the day that I liked and played. And it was the final castle was too difficult for my young, can't focus on things brain to end up toughing through. And then when I smoked weed, I couldn't remember where the hell to go because it's real samey. But then I stopped smoking weed and not too difficultly powered through it. But yeah, super like Willow. And if I ever get to the point where I've beat nearly every game I want to beat, Willow is a game that I would replay on the often. So in this game, there is a lot of boss battles that look like this. And I like them. The circle projectiles that come at you, you can't beat those. So you want to focus on them first, because as you get more and more of them cleared from the screen, they shoot faster and faster. But since these footballish shaped ones can be destroyed with your weapon, you want to save those for last. Okay, maybe we'll call it here. Let's see if we got a good suggestion. Let me rephrase that. All suggestions are good suggestions. A suggestion that feels right for tonight. Freak, you're always talking about the Commodore, and that's not a bad thing, but I never, ever touched one of those. Do you ever play Snake, Rattle, and Roll? I dislike Snake, Rattle, and Roll very much. Haven't given it much time because the little I played, I don't like. If I'd grown up playing it, I'd be more familiar with it, and I'm sure I would like it more because lots of people talk about how much they like it. I do not. Tidbit. Challenge your elementary school knowledge and play Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. I have that, and I would play that. But I feel like that would be a real shit game for you guys to watch. I'm gonna put these games back real quick, and I'm leaning towards Paperboy right now, unless somebody else has another suggestion in the next bit. I'm gonna take Twin Eagle here, and I'm gonna put that partially out because that goes into the hey, notice me and play this. Double Dragon going back up. Dragon Spirit. Love that game. Love it. That was fun. Ducktales. Fuck you, Ducktales. Fuck you. I'm gonna pour another half shot. We're 2 hours into the stream. Is anybody? Well, somebody's here. We got 11 current watchers. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I got a topic I wanted to discuss. I'm probably gonna mention it a lot in the streams, and since mainly Retro's here, it's fantastic because him being the resident, as far as I know, resident expert on this subject. What are your guys' thoughts on the new He-Man movie? Mainly, you can't type fast enough right now. Here's my thought. It has huge potential, and it's probably going to be good. But it has potential to go south. If the people that made it aren't versed in He-Man, and that's not necessarily true either, because you don't have to be versed in He-Man. We just need some muscle-bound, sword-ass kicking, and some awesome visuals. So the potential for the visuals are fuck yeah, right? But the guy they picked for He-Man, he's not He-Man. He's just fit. You need a roided up monster that has to turn sideways to walk through a doorway to play He-Man. And there is plenty of those. Yeah, so that's turning me off to it big time. But everything else I've seen, and I haven't seen a lot, but everything else I've seen looked really cool. So I think if I can get past the fact that he is not a roided up monster like he's supposed to be, if I can get past that, I think it's going to be really good. And I'm super hoping it's really good. Because, yeah, you guys can't see, but right here, that's where Castle Grayskull sits. Yeah, that's where Castle Grayskull sits. So cheers to the potential of He-Man, the He-Man movie. What's happening live stream? T-Belly! T-Belly! I've been to many a T-Belly live streams. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. How's everything been going? I haven't seen anything from you lately. How's New Yak? What are we gonna do? We're gonna throw in Paperboy now. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. Put it right here. Wow. All right, we got to make sure we've got audio though, because if you haven't been in the stream the whole time, sometimes the audio on games isn't coming through. Whoops. And yeah, I'm doing plenty of gabbing, but we need to have that audio. Come on, baby. Come on. Uh-oh. I don't think we have it. Come on, man. Shit. Sometimes oh, did it kick in? Sometimes. All right. It takes a little bit of time to kick in. And it kicked in. Awesome. This is another time where my tripod is right in the way. And that is definitely going to F it up. Why did I say F? It's definitely going to fuck it up. We're adults here. I never say F. That was very disingenuous of me. So I'm trying to swear less. Oh shit, I'm out of papers. Trying to swear less because the kid picks up everything. I can't believe I missed that house because I was out of fucking papers. But he's sleeping. Oh, I missed that house because I hit the window. So I guess it doesn't matter that much. I'm a big Paperboy fan. I wish, like I was saying, I wish the graphics were better on this game. If they were, it would really step it up for me. I know graphics aren't like... I mean, Gameplay is what matters most. But you eat with your eyes. And I like my games to be visually pleasing. Okay. No problem. Rock that board out. All right. It's just so different from the first Zelda. On the second Zelda, yeah. I mean, it's really hard. I honestly haven't played it in many years because there's just a lot of parts I don't like about it. But I need to knock it off my list, so I will be. I know I've seen that on your last stream, Castle Grayskull, but I have so much G.I. Joe stuff, I don't think I could fit it in my room. I have so much G.I. Joe stuff. I do. I love it. There's not a lot displayed here. It's just games. There's Castle Grayskull, and then there's this Conan thing that's awesome. But let's not get into that right now. T-Belly hopes the movie's as good, but one of my best Christmas mornings was He-Man influenced. One of my best gifts of all time was Castle Grayskull. Castle Grayskull is one of my top 3 gifts of all time. Absolutely. Mainly. He's looking forward to the game. The game more. Yeah, he's nervous. I remember being so disappointed as a kid seeing the movie back in the 80s. You mean with Dolph Lundgren? I don't know that I was disappointed when that came out. I mean, it's not good, but we watched it the other day. Angry Baby and I, we watched a half an hour of it before he got bored, but he'll definitely like the new one more, no doubt. New York is crazy. Good to see you, man. I've been hearing you going live now. Yeah, had to witness it for myself. Here you are in the flesh. Well, it's not flesh, but yeah, no, Megadan got me all set up on Sunday, and this is my 4th live stream now. I super love live streaming. I want to do it all the time, and apparently people enjoy watching me and listening to me ramble too. So I'm going to improve the streams more. I'm going to get a better webcam. I already ordered a better light. I'm going to get an overlay, but just today I put the Ducktales in there. I thought that was clever of me. I didn't know anything. I was just like, you know what? I bet if I just grab that and stick it there, and it worked. So I'm going to get a better camera, and yeah. I do want to have a staple overlay, but I think this looks cool right now. Like, it's not boring. You got the game, you got My Ugly Mug, and then you got the cover art of the game we played originally, which you weren't here, but I fucking hate DuckTales, and I just want to beat it so I never have to play it again. Freak, the He-Man movie has potential for absolute radness. I'm going to start saying absolute radness because you say that all the time. My issue is He-Man is a stick. My other issue is it looked like they were taking Eternia into a city, which is 100% horrible idea. Yeah, I mean, the bad guys are gonna kick ass, and it's gonna steal the show. I know it, and I hope. Paperboy's so classic. I have a CIB. We need Half Thor to play He-Man. Half Thor, he doesn't. I mean, he's fucking huge, but he doesn't look big enough now. He's big. He should be one of the bad guys, but he's not. I mean, he's too big of a guy to be so filled out. He's a fucking huge dude, though. Yeah. He's got CIB. I do not want to. Oh, we got a new one in here. Skillium, you need to get to deliver them papers. That's right. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream. What the fuck was I gonna say? I don't know. I forget. Oh yeah, cardboard. I have almost zero cardboard. The few boxes I do have, the few. Now that's if I don't have ones from back in the day that I would have neatly folded and flattened out, and then they may be in my parents' attic. But the only ones that I have currently are Kabuki Quantum Fighter, Widget, and like one or two more. And I'm going to put them on eBay and sell them. The only reason I have them is because randomly at one of my spots, they were on sale, and they were like the price of the game, but they were CIB. So I was just like, okay, yeah, duh, there's a no-brainer. Um, and I believe I checked one time and it was like I could, if I just pick up another Kabuki Quantum Fighter, I could sell the box, and if I had it CIB, so if I just pick up another one, I could make way more than what I paid for it. So I'm gonna do that. And the widget box at one time was like crazy expensive. It was like $100 or $200 just for the box, and I picked it up CIB for $30. But that's just another one of them things where I just mean to do it and I don't. I have a whole bunch of shit that I'm like, I'm gonna put this on eBay, and then I never do. And sometimes I do. Blah blah blah. But last time I was like, oh, I gotta put that widget box up. It wasn't really going for that much, so I was like, well, that's weird. So I didn't bother. But I know at one point the widget box was super expensive. But the only reason I have it is that I can't go down the CIB rabbit hole. I mean, there's so many boxes that I would want to have. Like, even if I were just like, oh, just this one. If I have one, then it's like, oh, well, no. I got to have Zelda. I got to have Crystallis. I got to have Faxanadu. I got to have Punch-Out. I got to have... well, there's the game that I'm playing now that's the last one of the two last hidden gems, and just I gotta go on and on, but it wouldn't be anything but a giant money pit, which I also have nowhere to put them. So it's probably more the issue, if I'm being honest. But I'm glad that I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, because I've gone down a lot of rabbit holes. I love Paperboy. It's so fun. I know I'm not doing super great. I haven't played it in a long time. I ate shit on that car right there, but I didn't super love it back in the day because it was ugly and it was tough, and I didn't have it. But then I always wanted to love it. It's like the epitome of back in the day. It's the epitome of back in the day. You're on your BMX bike and you're delivering papers. Like, I mean, if I were a developer, I could obviously make a better one now. Well, I mean, not like if I were a developer and had the skills. I don't have zero skills now, so I could not make a better one. But if I were a developer that had skills, I have an idea of how I make it much better now. But like it's like if a game could sum up childhood from back in the day, this is pretty much there. I had a paper route. I mean, it wasn't like this, but in your mind, it was. I mean, it's a lot like the movie Rad, which is fucking fantastic. And this week was it's either the 21st or the 22nd, is the 40th anniversary of the Rad movie coming out. And they always play it in theaters. I talked about it on the past live streams this week, but they played in theaters, and I've gone and seen it several times, but this was the 40th, and I really wanted to go, but I didn't end up going. And I'm super bummed at myself, and that sucks, but instead of going one day, on Sunday, instead of going, that was when I live streamed. So I don't regret that, because I didn't go because I live streamed. And seeing as how I'd wanted to live stream for about a decade, I don't regret that decision. But I could have gone Tuesday, but I don't know. Something was up and I just didn't. You don't care, but Rad. That movie is fucking awesome. But yeah, you're a paperboy. You're on your BMX bike. I don't know. I'm guessing that most of you are probably my age. And, back in the day, all you did was take your BMX bike everywhere. And, you probably had a paper route, which, I mean, that's not even a thing anymore, right? Like, no one reads the paper, but there was never an obstacle course where there was bleachers at the end and people waiting for you, but what a great concept. Okay. CBS is hard for Ness. Man, when I just see some boxes sometimes and I'm like, fuck, I want those so bad. But Genesis clamshells is where it's at. That's true. I don't usually buy a Genesis game unless it has a clamshell. I don't give a shit about the manual, but it's got to have the clamshell. What the hell? Come on, pause. Got to have the clamshell. Fun fact, if you collect and you don't have, I don't know how anal you are about displaying your stuff and whatnot, but cassette holders. You buy a cassette holder and you screw it to the wall, and loose Genesis games fit in it beautifully. I have a couple of them over there because I have a lot of loose Genesis games, but now I won't, so it'd be like, oh, I want to get this clamshell, so it's like I want to remove it from that, so because both things are full, both my cassette holders are full, so I won't buy a loose game on Genesis unless I get a clamshell for one of the ones loose I have now, and it opens up a slot in my cassette holders, because yeah, I'm that guy. Where we at? The only CIB games I have are the ones that I have the most nostalgia for, about 10 games. Yeah, I could do that. I could be like, oh, we're going to get 2, but I could see where I would just be like, well, now I want all of them. Did anyone else do this intentionally when playing Paperboy for Nintendo? I would see how many windows I could break with the papers. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had Final Fantasy CIB. That would be another one that I would want, yes. Star Tropics is a fantastic game. I have the fold-out piece of paper where you put it in water and it comes. I have that, and I never dipped it in water, but I still have that from my original one. I just turned 46. It hurts. Yeah, I got you beat by a couple years. It's going to keep hurting. It's going to get worse for sure. It gets exponentially worse on the regular. With your kid, your bike is your vehicle. It was the most important thing. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. All I did was BMX. I have Bubble Bobble CIB, Fexanadu CIB, Willow CIB. Willow's another one I would want if I didn't already mention that. I was gifted Star Tropics, Zoda's Revenge. That's a good one. I had a paper route when I was 14. My paper route was when I was in 7th grade. Cassette holders will hold Genesis games and decks of cards, but also people are 3D printing inserts for cassette cases. Yeah. To hold the Game Boy on GBA games. Yeah, CM Retro was just in here earlier, and I was watching his video that he put out yesterday, and he's got a case, just like a little suitcase, that the guy 3D printed that perfectly fits GBA games, and it wasn't really that expensive, and I need to buy 2 of them so I can really super fancify my collection of those. Remember the movie Airborne? I used to rollerblade a lot. Played a hockey a lot too. I don't remember the movie Airborne. Does it have to do with rollerblades? Because that would be why I don't know about it. But I know a lot about 80s movies. Skilliam, gotta go. Have a good one. You too, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, man. I hope that this amused you somewhat. I hope this helped enhance your Friday night. I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's almost 11 p.m. here where we're at. I got to be calling it soon, because speaking of being old and it hurts and it's taking its toll, the absolute, because I still beat my body pretty hard, and I'll be tired and I won't do things, but I won't take it easy. I'm like, oh man. Generally, sometimes I do. But skiing, for instance, we go skiing every year for President's Day weekend, and I ate shit so many times, and it just wasn't fun. I always snowboarded, but last year I was just like, all right, skiing is way easier. I hadn't done it in a long time, but it's way easier. So I was like, I'm going to ski now, because soon I'm going to be out here with my kid, and I'm not going to be able to snowboard and teach him to ski. So I should get better at skiing. And So last year I skied, and I did just fine. It was no big deal. I did just fine. But this year, being a year older, but I actually have been eating healthier than I did in the previous year, and I got some more workouts in than the previous year. So I would like to say, aside from being a year older, I was a little bit healthier. I ate shit so many times, and it just wasn't fun. I was just not having fun. So I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be skiing anymore. But I did say that last year when I didn't eat shit a million times, and I still skied again. But anyhow, I don't usually do things or not do things because like I'm getting older now. But skiing might be the exception to that. But sleep now is, the older you get, the absolute more imperative it is to get sleep. Like before it was like, yeah, no big deal, I just da. Now if I don't get sleep, it's like a hangover. And I haven't had a hangover in a while because I've really smartened up and I just drink a lot less. But what the older you get, and from 46 to 48, there's a big fucking difference, man. Sorry. I'm hurting a lot more than I was 2 years ago. But sleep, fuck yeah. Like, you don't get sleep, you're just fucking dead. And it's kind of strange because I know, like, old people don't sleep very much. Like, I can't sleep, and for whatever reason. But the older you get, like, you start sleeping less. But currently, I am requiring 8 hours. 6.5 hours now. You feeling a little hungover? I'm sorry to bust that down to you guys. That's a fucking fact. At least for me. Hopefully not for you. Hopefully not. I'm not doing real good here. I apologize. This isn't. I definitely lost them. They're not gonna be happy when they see their window busted. The fucking paper went through it. I'm gonna focus a little bit here, but yeah, this game is classic. Somebody needs to make a new, not necessarily remake this, but make a new Paperboy game. And eating shit. Okay. I rollerbladed through most of my mid to late teens with my friends. I never got into rollerblading. I did it literally a couple times, and you watch people do it and it looks so easy. You're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then it's not easy at all. So you're like, yeah, this isn't fun. Fuck that. I was always a BMXer. I loved hitting the skate parks. I did that into my 30s too. I would be doing it now if there was a skate park around, but there really isn't. Freaks nearing 48. We'll be in November. Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure, we all get older. Nobody gets younger. If you're lucky, you end up getting old. My grandma always said, Tony, don't get old. But she was 90 saying that. I don't want to die anytime soon, but I don't envision 90. Of course, that's a while off, and with modern medicine now, it's not unheard of to think I could live to be 240, 220, 240. Talladega Nights quote. That's a fucking good movie. It's another thing I don't do hardly at all since I stopped smoking weed. Watch movies. That's a thing that was stupid as hell. That's a thing that you do a lot when you smoke weed. I stopped smoking weed, I pretty much stopped watching movies, and that's weird because I'm a movie buff. Now, the only thing I watch is pretty much YouTube. There'll be a show or two that I might get into here and there, but nah, YouTube. And now that I stream, my YouTube watching is going to go down substantially, no doubt. Because in case you haven't noticed, and I didn't mention it, I love streaming. Oh, is that it? Nope, I got one. I got one more hat. I did not do good at this. But I do enjoy streaming a lot, and I'm looking forward to improving it. I'm going to get a new webcam, and the next thing I'm going to do is figure out an overlay. Anybody into that? Anybody streaming out here that knows how you do an overlay or where you get one? Um, what I remember when I first discovered the YouTubes and that people streamed on them, there was this guy who had one who streamed, and his overlay looked like an E, and it was like boom, and it was where the screen was rounded, and I remembered I would watch the same stream a lot, and maybe it wasn't a stream and he just made a video. Yeah, it was. I'm sorry, it was a let's play video of him. So essentially, that's a stream, but it had the overlay was old school CRT, and the edges of the 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 screen itself was rounded, so it looked like you were playing an old CRT. And then he had his webcam in there, and I thought that was sweet. And that was like what I always wanted to do. And now I can make that happen because imagine that's the easy part. We're gonna pour a stiff one here, and I say stiff one because I'd only been doing half shots because I didn't want to dull my reflexes. But now that the stream's coming to an end, we can dull them. We can dull them just fine. We'll do 2 shots here. This one's for you guys for sure. Keep it retro. So, make sure we're caught up here. Welcome to the club. I'll be 49 in December. Radness. Man, a lot of us are in our late 40s, 47. Yeah. So, I don't do like research on streaming and videos and all that, but the other day I was trying to figure out whatever. I was trying to figure something out with the streaming because when you go to your channel and it says like your videos and it puts out newest to oldest going down, my live streams don't show up. And I was just like, I think I would like that to be on there. So I was just trying to figure it out. But then I jumped into analytics, and it showed like your viewers, and it was like, but it was all male, and they got the age groups there, and it was like 40 to 50 was like 75% of viewers, and then it was like 30 to 40 was like 20%, and then 50 to 55 was 5%. But it's like, yeah, everyone is right in that 46 to 49 range, big time. Oh, we're getting some poor stream quality now. Well, it's a great time to end it then because we made it almost 2.5 hours and no lag. All right. Make sure we catch up on this. Whoa. God, I hope that He-Man movie doesn't suck. You guys got me worried now. I don't think it's going to suck. What I'm not going to like about it is that He-Man is not one buff son of a bitch. I mean, he's toned. He's in shape, but he needs to be a roided out monster. Mainly, I got the complete series of He-Man cartoon my wife got me for Christmas. Nice. I'm trying to get Angry Baby into that, but I gotta take it easy. It's like the new kids only like the new shit, so I gotta ease him into it so he doesn't not like it, because he hasn't cared for it too much so far. But he gets into some stuff. He's just kicking into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We played Shredder's Revenge on Switch, and he did get into that, which I need to, yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be another upcoming live stream. We'll talk about that then. But he got into that, so we were watching the first movie the other day, and he wasn't too into it. But I force the cartoons on him sometimes, and sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. Google CRT TV with transparent background. Okay, got it. I'm going to write that down. Sorry, this is not exciting for you, but I really want to do that. Google CRT TV with transparent background. Got it. Awesome. Thanks, man. That would make me super happy if I nail that, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I have the glow-in-the-dark slipcover of the complete E-Man cartoon series. Nice. I hope so too. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't suck. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good. What's gonna piss me off the most is that he's not super buff. Our kids like Scooby-Doo, which is cool. We went on a little Scooby-Doo kick. He did like it, which kind of surprised me because visually, wouldn't think that was something that he would be too into. But yeah, we went on a little Scooby-Doo kick. I've always been a Scooby-Doo fan, and I really, oh shit. There's one Scooby-Doo game that I have that is like lined up for this Halloween season. Halloween season is my favorite to pair with YouTube. You know, the spooky season. I got a lot of shit lined up, and now that I stream, so October is like my busiest month for the food truck. Whatever it is, there's just so much shit going on. October is the busiest month. So literally in September, I'm going to have to make a shit ton of videos so I can get them all out. And I don't like doing things too far ahead. One, because I don't. And two, it seems like lying. Like I'm lying to you because it's really September, but I'm talking about being October. But now that I live stream, I'm going to have to set aside a lot more time. Google, okay, mainly CRT image with transparent background. To be more specific, I'm going to write that down exactly. CRTV image. Nice. Nice. Dude, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm extra excited about that. I can't remember. I got to find that guy. He had this weird name. It was like Beef Curtain or something. And the game was Blades of Vengeance for Sega Genesis, which is a game that I really want to get into because that is Conan and fuck yeah. But I could find that. I mean, I don't need to copy his, but I can't remember exactly how he did it. But anyways, I'll probably do it much like this, but whatever. Scooby-Doo rocks. Is Angry Baby into loud, goofy characters? If so, I wonder if he would enjoy Captain Caveman. I really wanted to yell that louder, but they're back there sleeping. That's a fucking... I'm writing that down. I bet he would be into Captain Caveman, and I haven't seen some Captain Caveman for a long time. That's a fucking great suggestion. Nice. Well, I could continue just gabbing all fucking night, but I really think we'll end it here because, yeah, I want you guys to get sick of me, but this was awesome. What a great way to spend my Friday night. I never want to do anything but sit in this chair, play video games, live stream, and drink vodka ever again. But seriously, that's true. Thanks for tuning into the channel, you guys. At the end of the videos, I always say, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But this isn't a video. You're already here, and we know you liked it, so. I forgot about Captain Caveman. I did too, but I want to find a Captain Caveman shirt. That'd be kick-ass, right? That'd be kick-ass. Well, gentlemen, and if there's any, ladies, one last cheers to you. Good stuff. Well, I super appreciate you guys tuning in. I really like that. We're getting quite a stream community. There is a lot of the same people showing up, and that is awesome. That's awesome. I got a lot of cool video ideas coming out, and I don't know, liking the streaming thing. So we're gonna keep doing that for sure. You can't leave any. I was gonna say leave some suggestions, but we're tuning out, so we can't. But I'm gonna put some good thought into it. I'm gonna improve these streams. I'm gonna get a better webcam. Lighting will help, And I'll get that overlay. Hopefully I get that overlay for next time. Thanks for the info, you guys. I'm going to figure that out. But we're going to call it. We're going to call it right there. So I don't ramble on anymore. But once again, I super appreciate you guys coming. Freak, Amazon has Captain Caveman shirts. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna look for Captain Caveman shirt. At the next stream, I might be wearing it. So take it easy, you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. End.